Secrets, if you really look at yourself, you would be speechless. What happened to being doctors and teachers? What happened to being your brother's keeper? Nowadays, kids more worried about the...
Hey guys, how's it going? Ben here, and welcome back to the Hardcore Ironman Progress series. Now, to start with, I decided to get on with the herb daily, which I'd had for a little while. Figured I may as well get it out of the way. Now, this didn't really get too much XP, but, you know, when you've got a herb daily and, you know, my Slayer's so low and I've not got all the resources, it's very well worth doing. Like, you've got to get on with it. So I decided, you know what, to start off, I'll do something positive. I'll get on with the herb daily, finish that off, and I always double them up, and I always do them when I get them. And there's a lot of them. I might actually do a little thing showing the ones that I do and don't do, just to see if that can help people. But anyway, that was the XP I got, and that all went pretty well. Got some dwarf weeds from that as well, which was pretty cool. Now, for the next part, I did a fair bit of fishing. Now, the reason I did this is, first off, I wanted to get 76 in general, just because I wanted to be able to do sharks. But then I figured that I may as well go and just bash out the last, I think it's about 6 skills I needed to get up to 80. Now, I didn't manage to get my fishing to 80, I got it to 78, but it took a very, very, very long time. I've written down how long each level took me and stuff like that, and it was literally, I was getting maybe 65k XP an hour max, and it was a bit of a ball, like, not gonna lie. Now, this here was when King, and a dude who's been speaking to me for a little while, got himself another 99 on his main, and I just wanted to congratulate him in the video on that, because why not? So anyway, there we go, that was 78 done, and I was really happy about that, because I felt like, although it doesn't look like a lot, that took a long time. It took about 5 hours to get those levels. Now, after that, I decided to go to Kalphite King again. Now, I'm going to be doing a lot of this, and I've actually got a best fits video coming up for you guys, so you can see everything that went on in that. And it's pretty funny. I didn't really get a drop. Now, I did get a dragon long, and that was when I literally flipped shit. I literally exploded, because I just saw D longsword, and I thought Dragon. I was like, oh my god, I've got one. And it just wasn't, and I was so gutted, and I kept getting beams, and it was just absolute bullshit, but not to worry. Now, after that, I decided to get on with a Dungeoneering daily, which I got the following day, which I was really happy about. I was getting very lucky with the dailies, actually. I got some good ones. I do another Divination one later on, as you're going to see in a little bit, which was really well worth doing. Now, things like Divination ones, Dungeoneering ones, Herb ones, I always double, because they give decent XP, like, based on, like, you know, I mean, I guess on a main, the herb ones aren't really that great, but on an Ironman where you need to actually go and collect the resources, it is very worthwhile. Now, I managed to get myself 83 dunge from that, which I was pretty happy about. It unlocked a new floor, which is cool, which means I can do another longer one and get more XP for that. Now, after that, I figured I would get on with cash, because it's a very rare occasion that I'm on when cash happens, because I'm always working. But I managed to get on this time, and I was like, you know what, let's go do cash. Did that, got a fair bit of XP. Then I went on and did my Divination daily, which I'd got as well. I figured that while I'd got the cash boost, I'd go and do that, because it's so worth doing, just training for 20 minutes. The XP is so much better than it normally is. Like, as you can see there, I just dumped all of those in for about 900 XP. So I finished that off, handed in, and got an absolute shit ton of XP for the 10 minutes work that it was. And I decided that, you know what, we'd already got a load of Divination XP, why don't I just go do Jack of Trades to see how much XP I can get within that half an hour. In around about 35 minutes work, I got 111k Divination XP, which was madness. Like, I was literally like, what is this? Like, that is some decent XP, especially at 78 Divination. So I was pretty happy with that. We still didn't get a level, and we're still 2 levels away from 80, which is what we need for the quests, but not to worry. After that, I figured that I'd get on with some Slayer, and the reason for that is because I've not done a lot of Slayer recently, and I really want to get 85, so I stopped getting bullshit tasks. But anyway, whilst doing my Water Fiends task, I managed to get myself 92 range, which was awesome, and we're now halfway to 99, which is cool, and I really want to bash out some 99 soon, but I don't really know how to do it, like which ones to go for, and whether, you know, you guys would be happy with that. So let me know down below if that's something you'd want to see. So after that, I decided to go get another task, and I picked up some Ardy Drags, which was awesome. But before I did that, I got stopped in Priffness, as you're about to see in just 1 second, by some people who recognized me, which was really cool. And I was like, oh, hey guys, how's it going? And I was just got talking to him for a bit, and, you know, if you see me, just let me know, just follow me around, go, hey Ben, like, don't worry, I'm not going to ignore you. That isn't, like, what I do. I'll speak to anybody. We were speaking for about 10 minutes or so, and I don't really mind. It's nice to sort of have that little break from training to just do that. So after that, I managed to get myself 83 Slayer during this task, which was awesome. So we're only 2 levels away from 85 when we get to Morvran, and we also get Abbey Demons as a task. So after that, this is what I'm on about. I got a bullshit task. Like, which of those 2 would you go for? I went for Greater Demons myself, but honestly, it was like the better of the 2, and it just wasn't even that good. So that's all I really did today. Unfortunately, I wanted to do a little bit more, but I just didn't have the time. I was home this weekend and all this stuff, but I've said I'm not going to go into why I'm not posting as much at the moment because I've got deadlines and stuff. I've already explained that, but don't worry. Now, as I believe I mentioned a minute ago, I have got another video alongside this, which is the best bits of the Kalphite trip that I did last. It was really fun. It was really funny moments. There was some, you know, people trying to get me killed, which although I shouldn't really laugh at, it was pretty funny, you know, be involved with, and I really want to get on with a lot more of that. It's also a bit different to the normal stuff because it's how I was before, where I was a lot more energetic and fun as opposed to informative and collected and stuff. So if that's the kind of thing you're looking for, make sure you do check it out. It was really fun to do and I really hope you do all enjoy it. That's all I've got time for today, guys. Thanks for watching and I will see you guys in the next video. I actually ever killed KK, but not only that, it was like on my hardcore I was scared, but don't worry, I wasn't risking it because I had my sign of life on and the ring of life. And yes, they have both saved me, and that was when I was doing it early on, like look at this,